How did I go back to drinking after 8 years sober? That's a question I get asked every single day of my life. And to be honest, I don't know why. But I can tell you one thing. I thought I had control of it, see? And within a week of starting to drink again, I was drinking at 8 a.m. I got on holiday and I was sneaking down to the camp shop at 8 o'clock on the pretense of getting some bread and milk when I was getting bottles and having a couple of bottles just outside the camp shop. Or nipping to the shower block and having a couple of bottles in there. Just to start the day off. And as you know, if you start early, you've got to keep drinking all day. It's impossible to hide and everything just fell to bits again. So you've got to avoid that one drink. That one drink alone will not kill you. But what happens with alcoholics, people who are dependent, that one drink is never enough, isn't it? You can't just have one drink and that's it for another year. The next day we need 2. And within 7 days of having 0, I was back to full-on drinking. 8 years, what a waste of time. I felt so guilty, so bad. Everything crumbled. Because when your body's been detoxified and you feel better, you go back to it and you're straight back on again. It's like a secondary hit. It hits you like a train the next time, and the next time, the next time it gets worse. It's called the Kindling Effect. So no matter how long you've been off it, if you're dependent, you cannot try another one. I only went to AA twice, it didn't suit me. But I do remember them saying the first drink is the one to avoid. And I sanction that 100%. Because if I hadn't had the first, I wouldn't have had the second. And that took me to a point, that first drink, in 2014, to nearly dying a few years later. I was convinced that after 8 years, everything would be fine. But it's not fine. And it's amazing how many people with liver transplants as well. I haven't had a liver transplant. But it's amazing how many people have even been that far and they've drunk again and died very quickly. That's how bad it is. After 2014, I couldn't get any medication. I slipped into a depression. I became solitary and I ended up living in squalor. I lost virtually everything in my life. All because I had that one drink. And when I took that first drink, I was frightened to do it really, in a way. But I thought I'd just try it. One drink will not harm me. But it does. It's a very, very hard lesson to learn that. And I've got liver damage because of that one drink. Because for some unknown reason, I fell back very quick into thinking, I'm fine now, I'll be all right. And my mind was overtaken with joy when I had a couple of days and had a few drinks, Joy for what? Joy for being ill again. Joy for making myself vulnerable. Because that's what you become when you drink. You're very vulnerable. You're not confident. I lost all my confidence. My personality changed. I lost a lot of weight. I became solitary. I became bad-tempered, devious. I was telling lies about how much I was drinking. My parents were devastated. I got to see my daughter and she'd bought me some alcohol-free beer, which I'd been drinking for 8 years. I didn't drink that. I'd sneaked a couple of bottles of Stella in, and I went to the pub with the dog, and I sneaked a few beers when she was at work. All this sort of thing. I was lying to myself as well, more than anything. And lying to everybody else. And I tried to taper off. It didn't work. I was tapering off to 2 or 3 bottles a day, then going back to my flat, and then thinking, well, I'm all right now, I'll have a few more. Never came off it. It wasn't until 2019 when I was told I was going to die. And I was in hospital. I had to come off it. I couldn't drink in hospital. There was one chap in there, he used to get his son to bring him drinking. What's all that about? Sneak drink into the hospital. The power of addiction is so strong with alcohol. It's so readily available. That's why people are getting in a mess. So just think to yourself, if you've been off a day, an hour, a week, a month, and you think you can handle it. Lots of people I speak to, because I help a lot of people now, they'll say, well, I haven't had a drink for 7 days, but I'm going to have one on Monday to reward myself, or Tuesday, or the weekend. Reward yourself for what? For being normal. For being fit and healthy, for trying to get your life on track again. And the reward is poison into your body, isn't it? I remember doing a lot of shift work when I was in the Met Police, and I used to drink a couple of cans even in the morning after nights, just to get me to sleep, really. And some guys used to say, "Oh, I haven't had a drink for 7 days." And I think, wow, that's good. But on the Monday night, when they were off after 7 days nights, it's go crazy. Back on it again, and then they're back into hangover, back into withdrawal again. That's what, you know, what's the point? When you're off it, stay off it and improve your life. A lot of people drink again because of boredom. You've got to get a healthy hobby. For like 8 years, I was going to the gym. Not lifting lots of weights, but I used to go to a hotel gym that had a spa, sit in the jacuzzi. Only £50 a month. I used to spend that in one night on drink. And I felt good. Because I felt good, I used to eat good food. I used to buy some nice clothes, go on holiday, because I had extra money. Because the amount of money you spend on booze adds up very quickly. It's not just when you spend yourself, you buy other people drinks. I bought things when I used to drink that I didn't need. Crazy purchases. I even bought a car once 20 years ago when I was under the influence. What's all that about? A massive purchase and higher purchase, remember that? £400 a month or something, this great big Land Rover thing, which I didn't really use. And the 8 years off was the best time of my life. Apart from now, I've been off for nearly 6 years and I'm good again. There's no way I can drink again because I will die. And I know that because I was so ill in 2019, 2020 and 2021. When COVID was around. It's a bad time to be ill when COVID was around. I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't good. Been in hospital at that time. And I was in each hospital, all 5 major hospitals in the northeast of England, including the RVI, which is the main emergency hospital, and the Freeman Hospital, which is a liver transplant centre, one of 7 in the country. And there were some experts in there who helped me out. But I don't really think a doctor can do much at first point of contact because they don't know how an alcoholic feels. I mean, surgeons can fix you, doctors are great, don't get me wrong. If you want advice, you've got to have advice from an alcoholic. Because only I know how you feel. Because I've been there. I've been to every stage, you see. The first stage of social drinking, then moderate drinking, stage 2, and then heavy drinking, stage 3, then I would say 3.5, when you know you're drinking too much and it's starting to affect your life. If you get to stage 4, then you've fallen off a cliff edge and you can't get back. And that's the point I was, and I had symptoms of alcohol-related liver disease. And I was given 50% chance of living, sorry. And I had lots and lots of complications. So it took me years to get over that. Fortunately, now my bloods are good and I'm healthy again. It was a big fight, and I've been very lucky, according to the consultants. So my mission now is to keep off the booze. That's what I've got to do. One thing, it's not a big thing, is it? It's not like you've got to go for a heart operation. All you've got to do is stop drinking. But it's not that easy, is it? When you're addicted, it isn't that easy. And you've got to really focus on it. And you've got to want to do it for yourself, for your family, for your life. And your life will improve. Sobriety is fantastic. It will fight for you every day, you know. Alcohol will take away everything from you. Sobriety will give you a lot. This is what you've got to focus on. Being sober, fill your time in, keep busy, seek assistance if you can. Your GP might not be able to give you too much help, but listen to them, try and taper down. Give me a shout as well. I do one-to-one support now, and I'm really busy with that. But I will try and get back to you. I will get back to you, in fact. And if you need help, I'll give you some help. I've got an ebook out as well. Get the ebook. It's only $5.99. It's a guide on how to stay sober. It's a good reference point, you know. However, I'll not labour on about this, but if you benefit from the channel, then please subscribe and share it. And I'll speak to you soon. And look after yourself.